Hello, welcome back to another video. I'm finally doing another advice video. I haven't done one in a long time and I thought, let's change the content up a bit. GCSEs are coming, people need to know what they need to do to get the grades that they want to get. So I'm making another advice video, and this advice video is what I'm doing to prepare for my GCSEs during half term. And I think I'm going to change the title of the video to just what I'm doing to prepare for my GCSEs after the half term is finished, because obviously it applies for after the half term as well. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first subject I'm going to talk about is maths. I doubt my editing skills can put the word maths there, but hopefully it was put there. Anyways, maths. Okay, so what I'm doing with maths is I'm not doing anything with maths. I'm not actually actively revising maths, because maths is a subject that I feel like I don't actually have to actively revise to get 9s in maths. If I do feel like I really need to revise a few days before a mock exam I have for maths, I will do a past paper and then mark it, see what I get, and then revise the subjects I got wrong. That's what I usually do for maths. And by revise the subjects I got wrong, I mean watch a video if I don't know how to do the certain thing, and then just answer loads of questions on it on Corbett Maths. I'll link that website in my description. And that's really all I'm doing for maths, because maths isn't really my priority right now. One of my priorities though, my biggest ones, is English literature. Now for English literature, I am doing a lot of things during this half term. Well, I plan to do a lot of things. I plan to make loads of Christmas Carol flashcards, or whatever book you're studying, / novella. I also plan to do loads of poetry flashcards, and I've already made Merchant of Venice flashcards during the Christmas term, because I had mocks on Merchant of Venice. But what else is there? There's Inspectacles. I'm not making Inspectacles flashcards this half term. I just decided it'll be too much and I wouldn't have time. But I do plan on making a Christmas Carol flashcards and poetry flashcards. I don't know if I'm going to finish them, but I'm at least going to make a start to them and have some there so I can revise for them, because memorizing quotes is one of the two main aspects of English literature revision. The other aspect is analysis, and the way I practice my analysis right now is I use a CGP textbook, and I will answer some of the analysis questions it has in the question parts of the book, and I'll just write them down in a notebook, and I won't do anything with that. I'll just have that analysis there. No matter if the analysis you're doing is bad or you didn't even know what you were doing during the analysis, a few things hopefully will be there for you to take and remember for your exams. You'll be like, oh, I've written about this topic before, I'll regurgitate some of that knowledge into this exam, and you'll feel really proud of yourself. And if you really can't do any analysis, I suggest talking to your teacher about that and asking them to help you learn how to properly analyze language in English literature. Now for English language, I'm not preparing. I have a mock for English language just after we come back. Not just after we come back, but a few weeks after we come back, I have a mock for English language paper 2. I'm not preparing for it. I don't think you need to prepare for English language unless you're getting below a 6, is my opinion. Even if you really want to get a 9, there's not much you can do to prepare except do loads of practice essays, send them to your teacher and see what they say, and then just learn from the feedback. But if English language is not one of your worries at all as a subject, you really don't need to prepare for it that much. Focus in class is all I can really tell you. If you are getting below a 6 though for English language, there's a possibility you might actually fail English language, which is not good, because then you'd have to resit it. So my advice would be to do exactly what I already said. Write practice essays, send them to your teachers and ask for feedback and learn from the feedback. But then I suggest another thing you do is just, it's gonna sound kind of cliche, but read books, increase your vocabulary, increase your knowledge of words, and just get better at that, because I guarantee that over time that will help you with the English language, even though we only have like 90 days until GCSE start. But read books. If you really can't think of any other options and you're getting below a 6, read books. Alright, so now we've got science. The sciences, I revised for all the sciences the same way. During this holiday, I have reviewed 296 chemistry flashcards, 390 something physics flashcards, and I'm filming this on Monday, but like tomorrow I'm going to start reviewing my biology flashcards and putting them all into a cycle. As you guys probably have seen from my study with me's, I make a lot of flashcards, and what I do with these flashcards is I revise them by going through them. I make them an Anki, and I just put them into a cycle where they will come back up in a few days, and then a few weeks, and then a month or something like that, and it will keep on coming back. That implements spaced repetition, so I remember those concepts better. And I just reviewed those because I had a lot overdue, so I got them out of the way. And now, especially for chemistry and physics, though all the concepts for those topics will be ready for me by GCSE time. Now, I actually didn't finish doing all of biology. I still have organization, the topic of organization, and a few other topics to make flashcards on. And I was thinking I was supposed to do that today, but unfortunately I was like, I can't do an entire topic in one day. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to do this during the Easter term, which is kind of late, but like I might not do it in the end. I might just revise organization. We don't know, but I am definitely planning to review all my biology flashcards tomorrow, and biology has the most flashcards out of all of them. I think it's more than like 600. I think it's going to be a massive challenge. Anyways, that's how I'm preparing for the sciences. What other subjects are there? French. I'm not preparing for French at all, because I'm just the kind of person who doesn't revise French or whatever language you're doing, but I still get grades that I think are good for me. So I just don't really prepare. If you do want to prepare, it's quite simple. Get yourself on Anki, get yourself on Quizlet, get yourself on Remno, make flashcards on words, and just constantly go through them. Make sure you also look online and look at different ways to conjugate verbs into different tenses, because those different tenses are what's going to get you the higher marks, especially in your writing and speaking exams for those languages. So yeah, that's really all I can say. It's not too hard to revise languages, but in terms of me, I'm not preparing, which I might regret, but I'll worry about that later. RE, I started revising RE before the half-term holiday. Actually, my school released this thing where it's weekly RE revision for paper 1, because we had already been doing paper 2 for quite a while and we're still doing paper 2 in school. So it's RE revision for paper 1, and I've just been doing the weekly RE revision. Like, the way I've been doing it is that I've been using the textbook, and I've been doing blurting on the topics after reading through the textbook. And then in red pen, I write what I don't know, and eventually I'm going to go through all that red pen, see what I didn't know, maybe go through a little bit of the black pen and see what I wrote down, and just make sure I know every single bit of RE, because RE is one of my worst subjects. So that's how I've been revising or getting ready to do my RE GCSE, which is, it's good that I'm preparing right now, because RE is obviously, for most people, I think, the first GCSE exam you do of the year. Obviously, it differs for like BTECs and stuff and other subjects. For example, my health and social exam, which I did just a few weeks ago, it was the actual GCSE, so I had to prepare for that. I think I did pretty well, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, obviously for your option subjects, I cannot say anything because I haven't done them. For geography, I've done the GCSE geography already. If you do GCSE geography, my exam board was a little bit weird, but I remember revising by just writing my own exam questions, because my exam board just didn't have, they had like 4 different past papers, sets of past papers, and that was it, and I had already finished them all, and they had already been used all in mocks, so nothing was new. So I wrote my own exam questions that seemed like they might come up or would be obvious to come up, and I just continuously answered them. I made pages and pages of exam answers, sent them to my teacher. She marked all of them, gave me feedback, and I just kept on going with those exam answers until I got really good at answering exam questions and did really well in geography. I got a 9, so I did really well in geography because of that. And I used textbooks to revise. I just read through them because I don't know why I just read through. I don't think I knew how to revise in year 10, but that is what I did. Okay, I forgot to film an outro to that video, but yeah, that is how I am preparing for GCSEs during this half term. It's pretty stressful. I should be taking a break. I'm trying to like not do as much work as I would do for the exams during this half term, because I know it should be a break, but I'm still paranoid that like when GCSE exams do come, I'll just be like, oh, why not I do more work during the half terms? They were the perfect times because I don't have school to worry about and stuff. But it is what it is. I just feel that I need to do work during this half term, and you should too. Just, you don't have to do too much work. Make sure you take a break as well. But yeah, leave a like, subscribe, and I will be making another advice video during this half term. By the way, I think it's going to be a how to get a 9 in GCSE French. Even though I said how to do that in this video, I think I'm going into more detail in that video. Goodbye. Have a nice day.